Yeah, my son, he was already living in Hartford, and he'd already published 4 major works by that time. And he only came back in '66. And in '68, he gave 2 lectures at Piper's office. And after '68, he never came back.
University of Nevada Press Club.
Anyway,
1962
newspaper is dormant. They assume that it's dead, and they can just take the name and run with it. Start, well, they found out the hard way. You can't do that. Guy 3 years ago at the Missouri Times contacted me to write for the Enterprise. He said, I just got it, and I want you to write some stories about Twain. So I sent in a story. I should check with the owner, the current owner, because I know who he is. And they published 4 magazines, and the owner found out about it, and he got his attorney, and yeah, he got his attorney to see publication on it. Over to where the Silver Queen is today. And that's when Twain came to town in September of '62. That's where he was employed. He wasn't employed here, was at the Silver Queen.
So down the street. So and then how long did Mark Twain?
Well, they were there till August of '63 when they opened up the new Enterprise here on C Street.
And so Mark Twain never worked?
Not at this new building here. He worked at the old building.
Okay.
When they moved from the Queen there. But he was here until May of '64 when he left for California.
So you know a lot about the history of the Territorial Enterprise.
A little. Well, it's ironic. You see this? This is what's going on currently in my life right now. Is I'm writing a documentary on not just the Enterprise, but some of the major publications on the Comstock during the Bonanza years. And I think do you have all 3 volumes here?
3.
These are, yeah, this is part 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
It's been published so far. Next week will be part 4. But you got your current right up till today, Friday.
This is part 1. Actually, yeah, this is part 1.
Part 1.
Yeah.
And when I was talking about the Enterprise and the Chronicle, the Virginia City Chronicle was its main competition until the Gold Hill Daily News got running, and then Dow Filton really was putting a hurt to the circulation here in Gold Hill.
So why do you think like the Territorial Enterprise was like important to Nevada? Just like
Well, I think over the years, what happened was when Beebe and Clegg bought it in '52, it wasn't only
1852?
Pardon me?
1852 or 1952?
No, 1952. Yeah. They actually purchased it in 1951, but by the time they got going with the paper, and the original equipment, the printing equipment, was antiquated. They couldn't use it to print this paper. So what they were doing, they were setting the type forms here, then hauling them down to Sparks, and it was being printed at the Sparks Tribune until June of the following year in '53. When they went to San Francisco, they bought the equipment, had the addition. If you look on D Street, you'll see the cinder blocks when they added the addition to the Enterprise, and that was when they put the new equipment in there. And then June the 26th of 1953, the very first issue that was printed in Virginia City was on that date in that building. But the first year they were publishing, they was done out of Sparks.
Can you walk me through kind of the history of the Enterprise? Because I know it closed for a while in like 1916, but when it go from when it opened.
Well, I can give you what happened from 1916. You know. On,
Okay. So why did it close then?
Right now?
What in 1916? Why did it
Oh, there was no economy here.
Okay.
The town had about 400, 500 people.